North Carolina and Kansas just without the other one.
You've got to take advantage of whatever the situation is.
You probably got to hit more singles, right? Whereas, early on we could hit home runs.
First of all, it's just so gratifying, finishing the job.
I'm very confident with our team. I mean, we have a lot of pieces to the puzzle.
K-Nation, sponsored by 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
Tonight on K-Nation, do not count out Kansas football just yet. Moments and reactions from a big upset that keeps the Hawks in bowl contention.
Plus, it's a bye week for Kleiman and the Cats, but with a tight Big 12 race, every week counts. On 3's Drew Galloway joins us in studio to help break things down.
And Kansas soccer has a new trophy for its case. How Coach Nate Lee is feeling after getting a Big 12 title in his first season. Welcome into K-Nation. I'm Landon Reinhardt. She's Caroline Sorrow. And Caroline, we got to start on the football field.
Oh, of course, we have to. We have a ton to unpack this week, but yes, roll the tape
because
it's upset time. For the number 17 Iowa State Cyclones, that is, KU hosted Iowa State in Arrowhead Stadium on Saturday, and it was an offensive show for KU. Iowa State ended up striking first, but KU answered with 31 points to take a 31-13 lead at halftime. Senior Devin Neal broke KU's all-time rushing record on the first drive, and right here, KU's rushing touchdown record in the process. Not to mention his eventual 116 yards and 2 TDs on the day. Here's the real deal, talking about his big day.
It's just one of those dream come true type of moments, and I just really blessed to be on this team, and it's unique just to be a part of a team for 4 straight years and grow with the guys, grow with the coaches, and so many relationships I have in that locker room, and it's just awesome, man.
If you saw it, a bunch of people wore real deal shirts in the locker room.
They handed them out.
Now, as for the full offense, over 500 yards in total, nearly 300 through the air from quarterback Jalen Daniels. He had 2 touchdowns, 1 passing, 1 rushing, 0 turnovers. And as for the defense, 3 sacks and a fourth quarter Mello Dotson pick 6. You saw right there that put the game away.
Been practicing all week to make a play, to make multiple plays, and that just so happened to happen.
This group has played enough and understands enough that they could see where we had come up short, and they didn't make excuses, and they owned it, and they could see, though, if we can get these things better and corrected, we're going to win some football games. Today was a very important, obviously, game for us in a lot of different ways as far as maintaining an opportunity for bowl eligibility.
Look at Coach and Kelly there. Jayhawks now 3-6. They travel to Provo on Saturday to face 9-0 BYU. Big 12 after dark. That kickoff is scheduled for 9:15 Central.
Almost past my bedtime.
It is past mine.
And K-State football had its second bye this week. Here's a little look ahead at the final stretch coming up for the Cats. Only 3 regular season games left, if you can believe that. They host Arizona State on Saturday, host Cincinnati the following week, and end the season in Ames, Farmageddon style, with Iowa State, which could have some Big 12 title game implications when we get there.
And you'll talk a whole lot more with Drew Galloway about that later on the show.
up.
How about a game that was an instant classic anytime it's played?
Right.
Kansas basketball, North Carolina basketball.
Number 1 KU men's hoops hosted number 9 UNC in what we call a battle of the Blue Bloods. And it was just the Tar Heels' second time ever playing in Allen Fieldhouse, last time back in 1960. KU led by as many as 20 in the first half, but UNC ended up taking a 4-point lead with under 4 to go. Hunter Dickinson and Zeke Mayo both hit crucial field goals and free throws KU to a 92-89 win. Oh, and by the way, Bill Self tied Fog Allen for most wins while at KU with 590.
I'm proud, but he's still the greatest coach and the best innovator and that this school will ever know. So we don't need to get carried away. We played more games. If he'd have played that many games and coached 39 years, he'd have won 2,000 games.
The entire game was honestly just something I've never been a part of. So, just to be out here and experience these kinds of games and these moments with, the guys around me, I'm truly blessed, truly honored just to go out there and compete.
Now for K-State men's hoops, the Wildcats won the week with an 89-65 victory over New Orleans and then a 77-64 over Cleveland State yesterday. Against the Vikings, Doug McDaniel, David Gasson, Coleman Hawkins landed in double figures, as did transfer guard Brendan Hassan with a career-high 22 points on 6 balls from deep.
Y'all know he can shoot, right? But, I mean, the dude can play, right? He makes the game. And I love 30-foot spacing, right? So if they got to guard him at 30, it makes the game easier for everybody else.
My teammates did a great job of finding me. It is nice to see that first one go through and kind of get an and 1-3 on that. So definitely just letting the game come to myself and just taking the shots that I know I can make.
Up next, K-State hosts LSU on Thursday, which is actually a doubleheader with K-State women's hoops earlier in the day. And speaking of, this set of the Wildcats also won the week at Bramlage.
Yes, they did. K-State opened the season Monday with an 11 a.m. game. Pretty cool. Some local elementary schoolers got to go and watch. You don't see that all the time.
Hundreds of them in the crowd.
Yeah, Jeff Mitty was fired up about that too. The Cats beat Green Bay that day 92-45 and capped the week with an 82-56 win over Belmont on Thursday. No Ayoka Lee or Terrence Sides in that one, but coach expects them to be ready to go for this coming week. In the meantime, remember the name Tamira Poindexter.
I will not be forgetting.
The Tulsa transfer had 19 first-half points, 23 total, and hit 5 threes.
I've been impressed with her from the start of just how she wanted to acclimate herself with her teammates. I did want her to be more aggressive, but that hasn't been a problem in the 2 games. I think she's found the right balance of aggressiveness.
To shoot it, and I'm like, wow, like that's a quick shot, and it just goes in. So, yeah, she got phenomenal touch.
As for the Jayhawks, the season opener was a 56-43 victory over Lindenwood. No Yvette Mayberry, who's dealing with an injury, so 4 players made their first starts for KU on Wednesday. After a strong first half, KU allowed the Lions to creep back in, but 20 points from Samaya Nichols and 11 from freshman Reagan Williams did the trick.
We won tonight because we made more shots than they did. We didn't out-tough them. They out-toughed us, I thought. You look at more offensive rebounds than us. They shot more free throws than us. We had more turnovers than them. We fouled more than them.
We could have guarded our yard a lot more, attacked. We didn't draw as many fouls as we should have, and it just wasn't good on our end. That's what we feel like. A win is a win. We're glad to win.
Well, of course, a win is a win. And transfer guard Brittany Harshaw was 1 point and 1 board shy away from a double-double in this one. We'll have a one-on-one coming up with her and you, I guess, later on in the show.
I'll tell you what, it's a pretty good one, too. She's from Kansas, from the Wichita area, and we dive into all that. Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started on K-Nation. Coming up, volleyball in the desert. How the Jayhawks and Wildcats fared on the road.
But first, Big 12 champs has a pretty nice ring to it. How Kansas soccer danced its way to a conference title and an NCAA tournament bid. That's next.
Why Denali? Enjoy a level of trust you won't find with major retailers.
We hand select trusted craftsmen and collaborate with local companies, ensuring your project is in trusted hands.
Your home elevated with Denali Home Design.
Hi, Clay Sherwood, Swims and Sweeps. I'm here with Frank and Dean, the CEOs of Cute. We have Hearthstone wood-burning stoves and fireplaces. We have electric fireplaces. So let Swims and Sweeps keep you warm this winter.
Hi, this is Voice of the Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you will be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. For 24/7 non-judgmental support, just call, text, or chat 988.
Batter up at Play It Again Sports. We offer an extensive selection of new and used baseball and softball equipment from Wilson, Easton, Rawlings, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, String King, Dudley, Mizuno, Marucci, and Nakona. We have custom uniforms. Try before you buy with our indoor batting cage. Bring in your quality used gear to save even more by trading in and trading up or get cash on the spot. We are buying all day, every day. Play It Again Sports, 21st and Fairlawn in the Fairlawn Plaza Mall.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Minwax makes it easy to stain and protect any wood project. Minwax Wood Finish is a penetrating oil-based wood stain that provides beautiful rich color in just 1 coat. Get a quart for $10.89 plus 11% rebate. Complete your project faster with Minwax Polycrylic Max. This water-based clear finish provides crystal clear protection and superior final appearance in just 1 coat. A quart is $26.96 plus 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome back into K-Nation. We could have started with this week, Caroline.
Right.
KU women's soccer won its second ever Big 12 title in Kansas City last night.
It was so fun. I was there, and what's even crazier about that is that KU was picked to finish tied 12th.
Bunch of
in the
bozos.
preseason
Who would
poll.
say that?
Right?
Not
And
me.
they're regretting it now. And here the Jayhawks are making noise in the tournament. KU took down 3-seed West Virginia, 2-seed Texas Tech, and 1-seed TCU
The cream
in
of the
its
crop.
path to the championship. A penalty kick from Michaela Merlo in the 66th minute sealed the championship deal in Nate Lee's first year as head coach. This one feels pretty good.
Told the team amongst the celebration that this is, one of the more special moments in my career, in my life in many ways. When you get into this profession, you do it because you want to have an impact on people's lives, and you want to be able to be some sort of educator and see growth. And I've spoken about it a lot, but the growth of this group is pretty remarkable.
Super cool stuff there. Getting to the Big 12 tourney was the goal before the season even started, and now look at this. KU punched its ticket to the NCAA tournament.
Another great hire for Travis Goff. Tournament time for K-State tennis this week at the ITA Central Sectional Championship. Maggie Chagasmov and Mario Santos fell 2 sets to Michigan's doubles. Wildcats doubles team Veronika Kulava and Teresa Polikova put up a fight, but also fell in the ITA Conference Masters Championship to Navy.
And sophomore Zally Morris was the lone singles Wildcat in ASU's Thunderbird Invitational. She won on Friday, lost yesterday, and then ended the season with a win in 3 sets today.
And we crushed those names. All right,
Yeah,
as
we
for our
did.
K-Nation volleyball teams, the week brought one big road trip to Arizona.
Both KU and K-State met Arizona and Arizona State, and the Wildcats ended up splitting the week in the desert, sweeping Arizona before falling 3 sets to number 11, 3 sets to 1 to number 11 ASU. Aaliyah Carter continued her dominance, notching her 30th and 31st double-doubles of the year along the way. K-State now 7-5 in the Big 12.
All right, as for number 8 KU, the road trip to Arizona did not bid too well. KU picked up just its 2nd and 3rd losses of the season, 1st and 2nd in Big 12 play, 1-3 loss to number 11 Arizona State, and a 2-3 loss to Arizona in a 5-set dogfight. KU returns to Lawrence for a 2-game homestand this week with TCU and Baylor. All right, stick around. Coming up after the break, we sit down one-on-one with Andale native Brittany Harshaw. Get to know one of Brandon Schneider's newest Jayhawks. That's next.
Established in 2005, Sardo Countertops opened to transform houses into homes and to provide exquisite service throughout the Midwest. The result is a true masterpiece for your home.
Do you ever wonder if you have enough money for retirement? I'm Wendy Horrock with Horrock Legacy Group, where we design unique plans to help you retire with confidence. Reach out today and let us help you enjoy the retirement of your dreams. Those who prepare for a future.
JML Engraving Manhattan provides quality service you can count on. JML can add that personal touch to your gifts, trophies, and special occasions. JML Engraving, celebrating victories in life.
Plumbing problems are easy to fix. Just call Ace. Ace Plumbing Experience gets the job done right the first time.
Ace Plumbing gets the job done. Ace Plumbing Experience.
From clearing land to building sheds or retaining walls to digging ponds, All Seasons Excavating and Landscape is here to turn your vision into reality. Our experienced equipment operators can create landscapes that increase your property's value. Call All Seasons Excavating and Landscape today.
Let Squeegee Squad make your home a professional holiday light display. From homes to trees, roof lines, wreaths, and more, Squeegee Squad will work with you to design a custom lighting plan. They handle the entire process from installation to takedown. Spots are limited, so call now. And be sure to ask about permanent lighting, now available at Squeegee Squad. Spread some cheer without the hassle this year. Call Squeegee Squad today.
Let it shine all the time. Squeegee Squad, Squeegee Squad.
Welcome back into K-Nation. KU sophomore guard Brittany Harshaw spent 2 seasons at Creighton before deciding it was time to transfer to her home state.
Yeah, the Andale Central High School alum was a Gatorade Player of the Year finalist outside of Wichita, and I caught up with her one-on-one after the Jayhawks win over Lindenwood. You got a big smile going right now. I was talking to some media people after this Lindenwood game, and they said, man, Brittany's out on the court. She doesn't show any emotion. But why are you that stone cold killer on the court?
I feel like for me, I like to lock in more when I'm playing. So just not showing emotion helps me stay stable and not getting too high or too low.
Coach Brandon, I was sitting over there on baseline shooting some shots, and he was always yelling at you, specifically, shoot the ball. Why is that something that he's trying to get out of you this year?
Yeah, so coming in, I was more hesitant to shoot it, but he has helped me so much with my confidence, and he wants me to shoot it, so just having him believe in me has helped me even more.
Earlier in the game, you were just running to the corner ready with your hands up, but as the game progressed, you were driving some more. He said in the post game, we don't want our players to be one-dimensional. What all can you provide to the game?
Yeah, I would say that I'm a 3-level scorer, just with my size and length. Brandon always talks about saying a couple times or shoot different levels is so beneficial and impactful.
Someone who's really good at that is Samaya Nichols, of course.
Yeah, Samaya's a great point guard. She's a great leader. Like you said, she can score at all 3 levels. She brings so much energy, and she's super fun to play with.
The decision to come here, baseline, why?
So kids actually recruited me out of high school. Didn't come here the first time. Second time comes around, and I really trust Brandon a lot. He was actually the first person to call me in the portal. So the visit, everything went so well. Just really felt at home.
Well, it's home. Talk about playing home now. Did you grow up a KU fan?
This is funny.
Uh-oh. She's going to get in trouble.
Yeah, I actually grew up a K-State fan. My mom's from Manhattan.
Wow.
So, but we turned the tables. My whole family's in Jayhawk here now. I got grandma, everybody. So yeah.
Did you grow up at least admiring what this is out on Fieldhouse? Yeah. Are you a basketball nerd buff like that?
Yeah. So my dad, we have gone to KU games in my childhood.
So what's it like lacing up and stepping onto this floor now in Fieldhouse?
Yeah, it's literally surreal. Sometimes I'm no way I actually play at Kansas. It's crazy just being in this just such cool atmosphere, and the history here is really you can feel it. It's just a different feeling. I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah. Well, you got a lot of Kansas kids on your team, but a lot of them are from the Kansas City area. Do you ever feel man, there's this whole Kansas group, but not really. I'm from down south a little bit.
I mean, me and Zoe try to hold our ground a little bit on the down south side, but...
Are you calling Topeka down south?
I mean, we're close together. Well, not that close, but
it's 2 hours, man.
We're close together, and then Kansas City's over here, so I don't know.
We already talked about Samaya. What about Sanaya?
Sanaya brings so much energy too, defensively. I would say she helps us. We feed off of her energy on defense because she's always getting stops.
What about Mayberry?
Speed. She is so fast. At practice, she's driving around everybody. Also energy, defensively, defensive stopper.
Elle Evans.
Shooter. She is a knockdown shooter. She brings a lot of offense to our team and also a lot of length.
And here's a wild card, Coach Anaya Thomas.
Anaya, what? That was a wild card for sure.
Hey, I've been covering this program for 4 years now.
Okay, I would also say energy, and just good vibes. She's at practice, and she never fails to make me laugh. She's awesome.
I know we haven't gotten into the midst of big time games yet, but playing in front of family now, playing in front of the home state, how is that?
Yeah, it's super awesome. My dad told me the other day, our family bought 16 season tickets, so just having them here every single game, every single home game, it's super close for them. It's 1 to 2 hour drive, so I told him, I was like, every single home game is like a family reunion. Everyone's here.
Trading the purple for crimson and blue,
for
the whole
sure.
family doing
Yep.
it. Awesome. Brittany, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Brittany was awesome, but you know who else is awesome? These two people. Caroline sits down with On3's Drew Galloway in studio. They're talking K-State football. That's next.
Car wrecks don't just happen from 9 to 5. If you're in a wreck, we're available 24/7.
Don't wait until tomorrow to get the help you need now. In a wreck, need a check?
Patterson Legal is the way to go. Call 431-0000.
Fetch the winning play for your home, whether you need a roof that holds strong, that stand out, or siding that defends against the elements. Messler Roofing, Siding, and Windows seals the win for your team.
At Lewis Toyota, we understand how important a healthy mindset can be. This time of year, the beauty of Kansas is on full display. Finding peace can come from many different places. Regardless of where your happy place leads, Lewis Toyota can help get you there. Buy local, buy for less, buy Lewis.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Donald.
We're here at the first CBD American Shaman in Kansas. Everybody knows it's a challenge to advertise CBD in the state of Kansas. They're going to let us show you the products we sell.
None of this, none of that. Definitely not any of that. We can show you this. A lot of people enjoy the benefits of our body lotion.
We're proud to say we're the first CBD stores in Kansas. We've been trusted to help our community and provide one-on-one service. Go to one of our locations in Manhattan, 21st and Randolph, and North Topeka.
Hi, I'm Mark. Replace the roof when all they need to do is recondition it with RoofMax. Call today for a free roof inspection. Let RoofMax show you the best way to save thousands and protect your largest investment.
Big truck accidents have resulted in big money for our clients.
In a wreck, need a check? Call us today.
Patterson Legal is the way to go. Call 431-0000.
Welcome back into K-Nation. K-State football is on a bye week this week, but that makes it the perfect time to talk about the Cats in the season so far. We have a very special guest here with us to do that today, Drew Galloway from K-State On3. Drew, thanks so much for joining us here today.
Thanks. It's always a blast coming on. I'm excited, and it's been a fun bye week.
Yeah.
Busy bye week, though, but I feel like that's just kind of every week now.
Yeah, of course at this point in the season too. But let's talk about the Cats at this point in the season. Bye week this week, of course, coming off that, we can just call it ugly, that Houston game last Saturday. You were there in person. What'd you see? What'd you maybe not see from this team?
I think that what you wanted to see was probably more consistency in the run game. K-State has been struggling to run the ball really the last 3 games. I know that Connor Riley talked about that after the KU game, that you kind of look up and the stats looked pretty good from the KU game, looking at the run game, but they had a lot of explosive run plays that really kind of inflated their totals. And then the explosive run plays just didn't come against Houston. And I think that's something that they really need to hone in on and really work on during this bye week is, okay, can you get more consistency out of the run game? Because a lot of the passing game for K-State is predicated on the play action, and if you're not running the ball successfully, play action's not going to work.
It's not there. Yeah, absolutely. Well, the run game has also been a point of emphasis, of course, but I want to talk about discombobulated. I don't know what the right word is for it, but is it a concern? What's your take on that?
I think that there's some level of concern because the offense really hasn't looked crisp or sharp really since that first half and maybe even 3/4 of the Colorado game. And then even the West Virginia game, they put up 44 points, but you still saw, okay, the run game wasn't working. The pass game had some explosive plays and led to K-State scoring the 44 points, but you still wanted to see more out of the run game. So I think that it all is predicated on how well K-State is able to run the ball and how the rest of these 3 games are going to go, because you have probably the best running back pair in the Big 12. You have a running quarterback, and so much of how you get into your offense is based on the run game and play action, and that's how the tight ends have gotten so open in the red zone.
Right.
So it all comes down to, are you able to run the ball or not? And K-State just wasn't able to against Houston. So I think that there's some level to concern about that, because you saw that when K-State is a drop-back passing team, that's where the mistakes have happened. And it happened against BYU when K-State got down a lot.
Right.
K-State had to be able to go into a throw the ball all over the yard kind of game, and that just wasn't working. And then Houston, the weather wasn't good enough to be able to throw the ball. They were throwing yes, they were throwing the ball pretty well for the conditions, but that wasn't a game where you were going to be able to throw the ball 39 times and probably win. And K-State got bit by it. And I think that there was a part of why the game ended up going how it went was because that they were so concerned about their inability to run the ball. So that ends up why you throw with 12 minutes left and you're up 9 instead of running the ball.
Yeah, well, they're missing the DJ Giddens factor, right?
Yes.
Which is what this team needs. And Chris Kleiman talked a couple weeks ago about how this team has split up the season kind of in 3 parts. It was the 5 games before the bye, then the series of road games, then the bye, then the next couple games. What are your thoughts? What do they need to make happen in the next 3?
Yeah, I think that you just want to find more consistency on offense because it's been just so up and down in these last few weeks that you want to have that.
Yeah.
And you also want to have the passing game improve a little bit, and then the pass defense has to take a step forward because this week against Arizona State, probably not the most explosive passing team because they like to run the ball just like K-State does. But then you look ahead to Cincinnati. Cincinnati likes to throw it a lot, and then Iowa State has really capable receivers and a really good quarterback in Rocco Becht. So you want to see more improvement. I will say, though, that these last 3 games, getting 2 of them at home are huge for K-State because you would hope to go 2-0 in these next few weeks, and then you may or may not have a kind of winner-take-all to get to Arlington against Iowa State to end the season.
Right. Well, it's going to be a fun stretch to watch. And, Drew, it's always a pleasure having you on. Out of time. We could talk all day, but hey, now we can just watch the Cats for the next couple weeks. Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us, and stick around, folks. We've got more K-Nation coming up after this.
Because McCray Plaza has been family-owned and operated since 1975, we are able to make decisions that keep you independent and in the game.
Get a game plan and join the winning team at McCray Plaza.
My wife and my son and I were in my truck, and 2 vehicles got in a wreck in front of us, and we were collected into that wreck. There was no surprises with Matt. He's got everything lined out. I could not recommend Brett's injury law enough.
Good Energy Solutions, your local solar partner. We're the only company in the Topeka area to offer Maxion solar panels, the most efficient solar panel on the market, warranted for 40 years of coverage. Call Good Energy Solutions today to get a free quote for your home or business.
Score big with super savings at Noller Ford in Topeka. Drive a new Ford Escape 0 down, just $389 a month. Or save thousands in interest with 0% financing for up to 72 months. Why on earth would you shop anywhere else?
Fidelity State Bank and Trust, Topeka, empowering customers since 1922.
Debbie Orr, Senior Vice President and Consumer Loan Officer at Fidelity Bank, with reasons to have your auto loan right here at home.
We are offering competitive rates and terms on auto loans. Contact one of our friendly associates and we'll make it easy.
Fidelity Bank, we do business right here at home.
Ladyfingers Automotive. Family-owned auto repair with hands that understand your vehicle. Quality repairs done at an affordable cost. When you're in need of service, repair, or towing, remember Ladyfingers Automotive.
Noller RV Supercenter says have fun with the whole family or just the 2 of you in a new RV. Visit us at the Overland Park RV Show at the Overland Park Convention Center. Hurry to Noller RV Supercenter in Topeka today.
And we're going to wrap the show up.
Yeah, we are.
With a little bit of sports betting.
All right,
let's do it. All right, show the graphic. We got some interesting lines this week, Caroline. Tell us about it.
Right, okay, well, K-State at home favored by 8.5 over Arizona State. And let's see if I did my betting here right, Landon. KU only plus 2.5, which means BYU is only favored to win by 2.5.
That means Vegas thinks KU has a pretty good shot in Provo. BYU, of course, hasn't lost this year, but has been especially good
and they
at home.
Almost went down last night.
They almost did.
Yeah.
Join us next week on K-Nation.
Thanks for watching.
Wants to start with questions. First question.
No questions. Good. Here we go.
I was just looking on my phone. I seen on Twitter somebody tagged Kobe. So it had to be a good amount of people confused.
I thought he really was going to block me. But I had to get up one time, the old man, so.